I'm going to show you how to spatchcock a turkey, make your own turkey rub, and then smoke it on the Searwood pellet grill. I'm Johnny, you're watching A View to a Grill, and we're going to spatchcock our turkey the day before we have to smoke it. Amazingly, this 14-pound turkey has been in the refrigerator for 5 days and there are still chunks of ice falling out of it. I started spatchcocking this turkey with a pair of kitchen shears and it was pretty hard. So I switched to my cleaver. If you don't have a cleaver, Lamson makes an incredible one and it is made in the USA. Once you've hacked that backbone out, go ahead, cut the kill bone, and then use both hands to lay that turkey flat. Now, here's something else that I like to do in preparing a spatchcock turkey, and that is to cut off these bones from the thighs, because that's going to make slicing your thighs a whole lot easier when they're cooked. Next, get that turkey turned over and then trim off any of the excess skin that you do not want. Now, in the cavity of the turkey, you want to give that a generous coating of kosher salt. Go ahead, get that flipped over now, and to the skin side, I want you to give that another generous coating of kosher salt. Once you've done that, you can then put your turkey in the refrigerator, and then on the next day, we'll then remove our turkey and set it on the counter. And take a look at this. The turkey skin is nice and dry. While the turkey is sitting on the counter, let's go ahead and make our rub. In a jar, I'll add 3 tablespoons of sea salt, 2 tablespoons of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of granulated garlic, 1 tablespoon of granulated onion, 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon of lemon pepper, 1 tablespoon of rosemary, and be sure to crush that up before adding. And now we can get all of those ingredients in there, shake it up, and when you're done, you should have a rub that looks like this. Now we can season our turkey. First, spray the meat side of the turkey with a little olive oil. This will help the seasoning stick. Now we want to put a light to medium coating on the turkey and be sure to get into all the nooks and crannies. Once you've done that, let's flip the turkey over, exposing the skin side. Spray the turkey with some olive oil and then season the turkey. Be sure to get under the wings and legs and anywhere else you can find. One thing I like about putting the turkey on this rack is when you're seasoning the sides of the turkey, you can just kind of lift up the rack and season the sides of the turkey without having to handle the turkey. Here is my seasoned turkey, and look at that seasoning. You can see the seasoning, but you can still see the turkey through the seasoning. Now we'll just let the seasoned turkey sit out on the counter while we get our pellet grill ready. So for the first half of this cook, I'm going to set the temperature to 325 degrees. To monitor the internal temperature of the turkey, I'm going to be using the ThermoWorks RFX thermometer. You want to map this out where you want the tip to be before you plug it in. And if I go in this direction, the tip is actually going to be at the thinnest part. So I'm actually going to stick the thermometer in starting at the thinnest part of the turkey breast so that the tip will end up in the thickest part of the turkey breast. Now I have the thermometer in and you can see that it is reading 40.6 degrees. At this time, I'm going to kind of move the thermometer around to see if I can find a cooler spot in the breast. And there it is, 39.4 degrees. So that's where I'm going to leave the thermometer. And now we've reached our ambient temperature of 325 degrees. So now it's time to get our turkey on the pellet grill. And for the first part of this cook, at 325, I want the turkey breast to be pointed towards the hottest part of the grill, which is the back. And now we can just slide that in and close the lid. For the first part of the cook, I'm going to set an alert for the internal temperature to be 100 degrees. And for this first part, leave the lid closed. You don't need to take a peek until your 100 degree alert goes off. All right, so we're at 100 degrees of internal temperature. Let's take a look at our turkey. And you can see that there is some color development. And now all we have to do is spin that turkey around and get the legs pointed towards the back. Now close the lid. And then for the second half of the cook, we're going to set the temperature to 350 degrees. We'll be able to develop that color just a little bit better. I'll also reset my alert for the internal temperature to be 160 degrees. Now, even though we are using the wireless probe thermometer, I like to have a pen thermometer as well to check other parts of the turkey. So we've approached our 160 degree internal temperature alert. Let's go ahead and open the lid and see what we got. Look at all that color development. This turkey looks incredible. Now, if you don't know, I have an Instagram channel. Head over to Instagram, follow me at View to a Grill, and I'd appreciate it a lot. Now we'll just check the thigh with our Thermapen 1, and you can see that that's reading about 175 degrees. Double checking the breast, that is 165 degrees. Now that's just in that spot. Notice our RFX thermometer is in the coolest spot, which is 160 degrees. So we've hit our temperature. Now let's go ahead, remove the turkey from the pellet grill. And that brings us to our favorite part of the video, and that is taking a look at the results and slicing. Hey Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes. Okay, our 10-minute timer has gone off. The turkey has rested. And now let's take off one of these hindquarters so we can take a good look at how well the turkey cooked. Now here is a good look at a cross-section of that leg, and let's take a closer look at it. This pink area on the outside is actually a smoke ring. That is not undercooked. The interior meat is fully cooked. That's because that thigh was reading 175 when we took it off, and I didn't get a temperature of it, but it probably rose to about 180 during our rest. Let me show you how I slice the thigh. If you remember, we took off this extra bone from the thigh, and here's where that's going to pay off. Now, we still need to remove that center thigh bone, and to do that, all you have to do is trace your knife along the sides of the bone, and once you've done that, you should be able to lift up one end and slice that bone right off. And as a pitmaster, you get your little bits of pitmaster privilege, and take a look at the skin. My goodness, it's just incredible. Now, perpendicular to where the bone was, start at one end and slice these as thick as you like. I went for about a pencil thickness. Now when slicing, you want to be sure to slice all the way through the skin, and that's what that end little flick of the knife is. Me getting through the skin. And then when you get all the way to the other end, you're done. Now to get that back over in one piece, presentation side up, I like to use a large spatula. Just get that spatula under the thigh, flip it all over at once to expose that beautiful skin. Awesome. Now let's give this thigh a try. You already knew it. Delicious. Now we need to get to that turkey breast. So we'll remove the other hindquarter and the wings. Breast side up, use your knife and slice right down the center of those two breasts. To see kind of what you're doing, you can push the blade of the knife away while pulling the breast with your other hand. And then use your knife to follow the rib cage all the way down. Now spin it around and use the tip of your knife to trace along the wishbone. By now you should be able to pull that breast up a little bit, get your knife under the breast and just follow the rib cage all the way to the end to remove the whole breast at one time. There you go. Easy peasy. Now go ahead, clean that up, get your pitmaster privilege again, and turn the breast over skin side down. Now make sure it's all clean of bones and cartilage. Get that out of the way. And then starting at the tip of the breast, start slicing to the thickest part of the breast, however thick you like. Now once you've made your way down all the way through the thickest part of the breast, you'll be done. And let me show you a little bit of the turkey breast, and check this out. You can see it shining because of the moisture, juicy, and of course, delicious. Now to turn it over again, you can use your spatula to get it back to skin side up because you want to display that beautiful skin. Now if you don't want to use your spatula, if you feel confident enough just to grab a section of it like this and turn it over, you can do that as well. Look at this. Everybody gets a piece of skin. Everybody gets a piece of juicy breast. There you go. The easiest turkey recipe on the internet. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you should, because all the cool boomers are doing it. Thank you for watching A View to a Grill. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, y'all.